I killed a man at 3 a.m. and still made it home in time to pack my daughter's lunch. Peanut butter on one slice, strawberry jelly on the other. Diagonally cut, just like she likes it. My hands were steady as I sealed the bag, but my heart hadn't slowed since the final shot. To my husband, I'm just Claire Bennett, 34, mom of one, makes Etsy candles from home, can't work a printer. Harmless, safe, dependable. That's the version I built for him. The version that's supposed to be real now. I promised myself after Ava was born that the other life was done. But promises don't mean much when you've got history that won't stay buried. Last week, a man named Ridley called. I hadn't heard that name in 9 years. The moment I saw it flash across the burner phone buried under our garden gnome, I felt my stomach drop. My first instinct was to destroy it. My second was to answer. And like a fool, I answered. Ridley always did know how to bait the hook. Claire, he said, calm as ever, it's urgent. You're the only one I trust. One job, in and out. Then it's over. I told him no. He told me Ava's school security logs had been breached. Suddenly, no wasn't an option. The mission was supposed to be simple. Break into a low-security server bunker in Frankfurt, extract a blackmail file on a retired agent, wipe the trail, get out. The only problem was, nothing's ever simple in this life. The target wasn't retired. He was waiting. He called me by my real name. Not Claire, not even Cassandra, the alias I used in Prague. He called me Eliza. And I hadn't used that name since the day I burned my passport and walked into suburbia with a ring on my finger and a lie on my lips. So I shot him. Fast, clean, no witnesses. I scrubbed the scene, limped out, and drove 4 hours in silence with blood on my sleeve and my daughter's recital song playing in the background. By the time I got home, James was just waking up. He kissed me on the cheek, said I looked tired. I told him I'd stayed up late working on a new candle batch. Lavender and sage. Calming. Therapeutic. He smiled and said I should market that one. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to cry. Instead, I smiled and poured coffee. The real problem didn't start until 2 days later. Ava came home with a flyer from school. "Mom, look," she beamed. "We have a new substitute teacher in music. He used to be in the army." I froze when I saw the name. Mr. Callum Devreux. Devreux was never army. He was covert French intelligence. Retired, bitter, dangerous. And he hated me. We'd worked together once. Paris, 6 years ago. He said I got his brother killed. I said he hesitated. I walked away. He never forgave me. And now, he was teaching my daughter, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I told James I'd volunteer at the school's fall fair. He thought it was sweet. At the fair, I wore a pink floral dress and a fake laugh. I served cupcakes to parents I'd never speak to again. I counted every step Callum took across the blacktop. He never looked directly at me, but I saw it in his posture. He knew. When Ava ran to him for a hug, my lungs clenched. I had to get ahead of this, fast. That night, I dug out the hidden phone and called Ridley. He didn't answer. I called again. Nothing. Then I got a message. "Your handler is dead. Stop digging." or next time, it's Ava. I read it 3 times. My hand trembled, not from fear, from rage. You can threaten me. I'll take it, but not my child. Never my child. The next morning, I left James a note that I was going candle shopping in Berlin. He kissed me goodbye, handed me a shopping list, and said to have fun. I took my go bag, a silenced Glock, and a passport with a name I hadn't used in years. Lena Marquez. I didn't go to Berlin. I went to Budapest. Because if Callum was back, then the man behind him, the one who always cleaned up after messes like mine, was definitely nearby. And if he was involved, this wasn't just blackmail anymore. This was a cleanup mission. And I was the mess. I found him, exactly where I thought he'd be. Corner cafe, always 2 exits, no visible security, just enough charm to pass for a tourist. Except he wasn't. Victor Sloan. Cleaner, fixer, sadist. He saw me coming. Smiled. "Motherhood suits you," he said. "Your eyes are softer." I sat, gun under the table. "Pull me in again, and I'll kill you," I said. "I'll do it slow." He sipped his espresso. "Claire, Claire. No one pulled you in. You walk back. Like always." "I want out." "You were out." "You threatened my daughter." He blinked. "Not me." I believed him, and that scared me more. He leaned in. "Someone else opened the file. Someone who knows your real name was tied to the job. They're cleaning house. You're next." "Then help me stop it." He smirked. "What's in it for me?" I stood. "You walk out of here breathing." I didn't wait for his reply. Back in the hotel, I stripped down, checked for trackers, burned the phone. Then I heard it. A click. Bathroom door. Slight movement. I rolled, grabbed the gun from under the mattress, and fired once. Silence. Then, "Jesus, Claire!" Callum stumbled out, blood on his thigh. He wasn't armed. He'd broken in, alone. He groaned, collapsed to the floor. "What the hell are you doing here?" I hissed, gun still raised. He winced. "Saving your life, idiot. Someone's framing you." I didn't lower the gun. "Bullshit! Your prints are on the Frankfurt body. Someone leaked the footage. They're burning your cover. All of them, one by one." I froze. "Why?" Callum laughed, bitter. "Because you walked away?" He passed out before I could stop the bleeding. I tied a belt around his thigh and packed my bag. There was no time. The file in Frankfurt? It wasn't just names. It had mine, my locations, my aliases, and maybe worst of all, Ava's school. Photos, timelines. That's what Ridley had really wanted me to destroy, but someone made a copy, and now they wanted me gone before I could trace it back. I made it back to the US in 14 hours. James thought I looked tired. I smiled, said I didn't find the right candles. That night, I tucked Ava in, kissed her forehead. She asked if she could sleep in my bed. I said yes. I didn't sleep. At 3 a.m., I checked the baby monitor. Ava, breathing, soft, safe. Downstairs, I opened the safe behind the wine rack, pulled out the drive I'd copied from Frankfurt before the building burned. I opened it. There were 4 names: mine, Ridley's, Callum's, and one I didn't expect: James Bennett, my husband. There were logs of wire transfers, dates, GPS pings. He wasn't just married to me. He was tracking me. I heard the floor creak behind me. James stood there, robe, calm, silent, We stared at each other. He looked at the gun in my hand. I looked at the knife in his. To be continued.